Welcome back to Dwarf Fortress episode 8, and we are going to get our military underway. You can also see I just actually built a plot of land here as well because I want to get some overground farming going, so I'm actually just going to gather up all the plants within our area there. So see what we pick up. Hopefully we get some wild strawberries on the go. So, military. Press M and we get our military screen. It says create the squad. At the top there we have 0 soldiers, 0 squad, 0 active, militia commander. So we're going to create our squad. So C, we want it of leather armor, of metal armor, sorry. That way they will kind of grab what they can the way we want it. You can actually, if you want to, you could go to creating your own uniform, but we're not going to get down to that. We just want simply metal armor because we're going to have our guys with warhammers. So, who do we want in it? You can see it's vacant. They're called the Tin Evenness. I guess that's the name of the squad. You can't change the name of the squad. It's completely random. You could, if you wanted, disband the squad and remake it until you get a name you like, but that's just being a bit pedantic for my liking. So, firstly, we want our candidates. Well, we don't want the expedition leader. What we want is basically last in. Last in, well, there you go. You're going to become our main guy. So this guy's a novice Mace Dwarf. Well, it sounds like you've just become our volunteer. So there we go. That is our first man, and we're just going to actually fulfill all of these. So all I'm doing is picking from the bottom of the list. This guy's actually an engraver. Is he any good at engraving? Oh well, he is. Okay, buddy, you get to miss, but your friend didn't, I'm afraid. Actually, that guy is a really good gem cutter, if I recall. So if it will tell you their best skill there. So if you really need to keep them, then obviously don't pick them up. Stoneworking, please. Are you really his top stoneworker? Let's have a look. No, you're bullshitting me. You're crap. So his top skill is not that. So he's going in. Apparently he's a bone doctor. I haven't actually looked at that to see whether there is any doctors. Neighbours, anything? Where are they? Here. What's his name? Shorast? Oh, he is actually. I'll let him off. He is my top bone doctor. This guy's a carpenter? Really? Sorry, but not according to my list. So there we go. So we've just picked our 10 guys. I tried to. We can see he's novice fighter, novice spear dwarf, no skill. Actually, he's a competent fighter. So yeah, they're not great, but doesn't matter because we're going to get them to become godlike. We can check out their setup. So what we actually want to do, I want to change this instead of individual melee choice. I want to change that. So I'm going to remove that. So now it's at the moment they haven't got one. So we want to add a weapon. So it's capital W, I believe, which switches it to weapons. And then we go over again to the side, and instead of an individual melee choice, what I want is warhammers. So I want them all to have warhammers. So they'll pick up any metal armor, any headwear, legwear, handwear, footwear, shields and bucklers, and warhammer. Now, if you check it on Magma Wiki, there are ways to min-max this. If you're really into all the min-maxing, you can actually sort of cheese it with, say, I don't know, like 6 cloaks or something crazy like that, and they'll become deflecting everything, and it's ridiculous. But we're not going to go into that, so we don't care if they. Oh, sorry, I didn't want to do that. So press keys, stay back in the military screen. So now we want to schedule them. We want to set them up as schedule. But first, before I do that, I want to set up a burrow. So I'm going to go down to my area where I've created this death room. So I'm going to make this a burrow. So to make a burrow, it's W for define burrows. Then you want to A to add a new burrow, and then press enter to actually select that burrow because it's blue. Firstly, we want to change the name of it. We're just going to call it Danger Room, and then we want to actually allocate where it is. Now, you can set and remove whatever area you want. It tells you at the moment you're currently painting. You can press R and it'll tell you currently erasing. So if you make a mistake, just change that and you can add delete to the burrow. So all we're going to do is paint this burrow, press enter, and we want it from there to there, and that's it. That's our burrow. You can see it's going to be in the danger room area. So escape, that's the danger room setup, and escape again. Make sure your civilians don't go in there. You could, if you want, just set up your individual civilian burrows, which we certainly will do when we get attacked later on, but for now I'm not that bothered about that. So, next up, we want to go to military again, and we've got, with the tin enviness selected, or whatever yours is called, going to press S for schedule, and now we're in the schedule screen. So please note that it says squad schedules. This is for active and training. You can actually change that with view alerts, so it goes to inactive or active training, or you can add your own one if you like. So at the moment they're going to be inactive, the squad, so which is a lot of people fall into that pitfall that they're like, oh well, I've set up all my schedule and that, like their training, but they're not doing anything. That's because they'll be sat on inactive with no orders. We don't want to do that, so we want to keep these training. So we want them training, we want 10 of them minimum. We actually want them to sleep in our barracks, so we're going to press S. That will change this setting here. So we want to sleep in barracks at will. And we're going to just copy that down, so we'll happily have that. Okay, copy, and you go down, you just press P to paste it. So we're going to have that across all of these. So now, we don't want them to train across all the board though. What we want them to do on this one is to defend our burrow. Well, you could technically have it. You only really need to do it once a month, once in a year. Sorry, defend the burrow, because they will train that skill so very, very quickly. You don't want them going in there all the time. So what we're going to do is press E, and we want to change this to defend the burrow. And I believe we need to select. We need to select the danger room. I'm not sure whether it's because I've only got one, it's just let me do it, so we'll shift enter. No, I didn't think so. Oh, give order, defend danger room, that's it. And select the danger room, which now the danger room is green, and now we press shift enter. And that's saying it's mixed because I've got training on there. So I'm going to tab, and I'm going to remove this one. You can see you can move it with your cursor keys. I'm going to remove that, so I want to cancel orders X. So now they're just going to defend the danger room. So I'm going to tab back up the top there. So now you can see we have 10 minimum, defend the danger room. Okay, that's brilliant. We only want that doing it once a month, once a year, because the danger rooms are very, very, very strong. They will superpower your guys into legendary armor, shield users, etc. very quickly. It's kind of cheating. This is why you probably find on the forums a lot of people don't like it, because it's so strong. So what we're going to do now is give them a month off there, a month off every 3 months. The reason I do that is so that I'm going to say you can sleep in their own room if they like, in that area. So the reason I do that is you keep the happiness up, because if you have them training permanently, they'll become unhappy. So we're going to get them training, then they're going to go defend the burrow, and then they're going to have a month off, and then they're back to training, then a month off, then back to training, and a month off, back to training, a month off. These on the sign, this is just the names of the months, and that's it. So we've got that's their orders set up, their schedule set up. So we can come out of that. We don't really need to go into anything else on here, not yet anyway. If they were, say, archers, you'd want to set the ammunition, so you'd press F. You can see it'll auto select your hunters, so the hunters are going out with 100 bolts on them, of any type they choose. You could do the same if these were, say, an archer unit. You'd want to go to your squad and you'd want to allocate them ammunition in there. So very important to remember, if you are doing an archer squad, you need quivers and you need bolts produced. They must have them, otherwise they'll stand around like I don't know what, and not really be able to do anything. You also want to do supplies, so you press U, and it's telling them basically they're going to carry any drink on them, and they'll carry 2 food, which is fine. So they're going to go, say, stand in that danger room, they will have food and drink on them, they won't starve, they won't die. You could probably tell them to maybe carry water, carry any drink. Obviously you don't want them carrying water, that will make them unhappy, because dwarves all like alcohol. And you can tell it to carry more food, etc. You can easily do that, whatever you like to do there. So yeah, there you go, that's easily how you change it, and it's the slash, I believe, for the food. Yeah, so carry 3 food, carry 2 food. So okay, that's that bit done. So escape out of that. So now we need to set that squad up. Firstly, we want to tell it to go over here. So let's go to where we'd made our barracks. I believe it was on that coffer there. So here we go. So now we've got the tin A evenness selected on there. We want to tell them to sleep in the barracks, so Z. We want to tell them to train there, so T. Individual equipment, that's why I've put the coffers in there, yep. and squad equipment. Yes, we want all of it in there. So that's it. So that's them set up for that room. However, like I said, they're not training yet. They'll probably come up here. They'll all come and stand in here. But they won't actually train. So what we need to do is actually select the squad. So it's S to select squads. And now we have the tin evenness. So press A to actually highlight that squad, so it will go blue. And now we want to change the schedule. So it is T for schedule. You see it's saying inactive at the moment? So they're going to stand around and they won't do anything. You can see them stood there and you think, why are they not working? So just simply press T. That will change them to active training. And now they'll begin the training. And that's it. So it can be quite daunting to begin with. There is certainly a lot there and it's not the easiest method. But that's it. So they're going to now train. I've got them on minimum 10, so they're going to wait for 10 people to do their training, etc. And away they'll go. That's fine. I've got 10 people in there. Very easy to move them around if you want. Is K to attack. So if you say got a goblin that's out here, just press K and select on him. M to move. Got to be careful when you station them somewhere. So if they're stationed here, or if they're, in fact, if they were stationed here and something came up here, they'd actually run towards it. So if you want them to use your traps, make sure you station them well away or something, or on the entrance, or I don't know, anywhere but there. There's various different ways of doing it. You can, once you obviously have more squads, you'll have A, B, C, D, E, etc. down the side there. You can select multiple squads. You can select just a single squad with the letters. And you can also set up individual orders as well. So you could say, I want one guy over here, one guy over there, and they're stationed, etc. And then again in the military schedule, so if we were in M and S, on this schedule, I believe I just heard something attacking there. I just definitely heard a kill them all, didn't I? But yeah, like I was saying, on this bit is really, so you could say change this to, instead of defend burrow, you could have patrol the route, so you could set up an area, and you could station an area, like a certain month, maybe you want squad A to defend it, then squad B to defend it next month, etc. And you can, and then that's it really. There's quite a few things you can do with it if you like. So what just happened? I just heard it's an ambush. Shit. Whereabouts is it? It's down the bottom here, isn't it? Goblin Bowman. Okay. Okay, there's quite a few of them. There's quite a few of the bowmen. It's a good job I just set my military up, isn't it? So we've got around about, looks like 6 elves down here. And I've got to be honest, I'm not set up and ready for this. So, let's get our burrows going. So, W. We want to add a new burrow, so A, and we press enter on it. So we want to name that, we want to call it civilians. So we want our civilians the hell away from here. We're actually okay having them in the hospital area, so what we need to do now is set up our burrow for basically everywhere our civilians are allowed to go. When you're under attack, this is where you want them to actually be able to go. Well, we want them to be able to go around there. So now you need to go to the next level. It's not just that level, otherwise they'll all go up and stand there. So you want to select everywhere, every single Z level you want them to go into. So all I'm doing here, as you can see, just selecting all my Z levels, and they just quite happily go along there. Make sure you do not miss one, or they will not be able to get in that area. Again, just keep going down the stairs. So now we only really want our guys to go in that area there. I don't want them to go any further. I definitely don't want them in that in the danger room, because they'll just get killed, and that would not be good. Again, you can actually select. You see, I'm selecting areas off the map. That will actually, if you expand it, that would keep that area covered. And it's very important to note, if you do expand, that you need to go and cover up that burrow. Otherwise, you'll suddenly find out somewhere along the line in a siege, and you'll go, "Why are my guys not going here?" And that'll be why. So now we need to get all of these guys that are out there. You can see I've got probably a few people outside. Yeah, so there's these few guys outside. They're coming in anyway. But if they were to go, say, I don't know, go and try and pick up some more wood, we want them inside ASAP. So what we're going to do is go to M and alerts A. So now you can see it's got inactive, active. Well, we want it on active training, which is where we want our civilians, and we want our civilians to be in the civilian burrow. And that's it. So that will make them go to that civilian burrow. These guys are already on it. Don't worry about that. We've set that in the schedule, so don't play around with that at all. You simply want civilians. Because you press enter on these, you see the civ moves. That's where your civilians will go. So we've told it to go there, and we've told it to go to the civilian borough. So now that will be active, and they will all run into the civilian boroughs. They will get the hell out of there, which is good. So they're running in, and hopefully... Did he just kill someone before he even got in there? Oh god, he did. The armor's been struck down already. Where did he get struck down? I can't see where he is. Oh, he's outside. He's here. I'm sat looking at the screen over here. He was outside, so he didn't make it in. So that is one guy down already. It's not good, is it? However, I'm hoping... Oh god, seriously? They're going to stand and fire at my dog? My poor dog? What did he ever do to you? You bastard. It's, I want to assign it to nobody. No. I want to make a room. I want to remove the dog. Let the dog run free. We remove building. I think it should let the puppy go. Hopefully nobody will come up. Oh, he's killed the dog already. No, don't come up. Okay, he's walked straight into that trap. Oh, good lord, there's another guy out here. Oh well, collateral damage, I believe, is what this is going to be. There's actually loads of them, isn't there? Oh shit, they're going to break through. They are going to get through. I'm pretty certain. Yep, they are through. Okay, so we need to move our squad up. So S and press A. And these guys, well, they're going to be pretty much cannon fodder. I've got a feeling. But we're going to have to get them up here. It's going to come up and tell you they've done whatever they've done. So here they go. They're going in. I think we want to go step by step here. So it's dot to go step by step through combat. So you can see them. Oh, that's possibly a dead dog. If you really want to, you can go through the report, which I want to do. Gotta be honest. I want to press the report. So goblin swordsman, goblin mace, and mace dwarf. Well, let's just see how it goes, I guess. The ducks are going ape shit. The dwarves are going ape shit. You can see they're legging it around at the top there. So they've actually managed to kill those goblins, haven't they? Yes, they have. Oh, that guy made it in. Look at that. What a hero. Who is this man? He's the Bone Doctor. He made it in. Where are all the... Where are the archer guys gone? Don't know where the archers are. They're they're pulling the animals dead. The stray dogs bled to death. They're pulling them back up. I still don't think we're out of the woods yet. Who is this guy trying to get in? Looks like some sort of mason. See, I could, if I want to now, just pull up this drawbridge, and we'd be pretty safe. I don't know where they're gone. I don't think we caught them all, because that's only... Did we catch all the archers? And I'm certain we didn't. I'm certain we didn't. Nobody actually got down, did they? Nobody got past the thing. I'm pretty sure my military all came up. Let's just have a quicker look around. I'm not seeing any goblins. It's all good. Let's have a look at our unit list. Press U for the unit list. These are all the things that our guys are... So they're all caged. There's an actual output liaison guy here somewhere. So we've caught swordsman, baseman, bowman. Yeah, just like I thought. We haven't actually caught that many... Have they just run off? I can't believe it. There's got a lot more goblin archers now. Dwarven babies, military commanders, bookkeeper. They may have gone. They may have backed off. Okay, well, we'll see. I don't want to let the guys out yet. They can cover most of the area, so immediately we've got guys in our hospital now. So let's have a look at their wounds. Well, if you want to look at him, so we've pressed V, so we've gone over to the dwarf, and we want to look at his wounds, so it's W, and it'll tell us what's happened to him. So it looks like he's lost his right hand, possibly. He's unconscious at the moment. And if you want to look at the status, you can Z, and look at his health, which is H. So the ability to grasp is somewhat impaired. Okay, let's have a look at his thoughts and preferences. His right hand is cut open, his right arm is cut open, so he's basically suffered damage in his right arm. That's fine. And military are still on standby. We don't know where they've gone, do we? That's the problem. They can still work in this area because obviously everything we got our burrows set up. I could probably take them out of the burrow now. I don't know whether I'm being a little bit too hasty with that. What do we think? Is our chief medical dwarf actually set up? He is. That's our chief medical dwarf. That's okay. So we can see this guy's coming out. He's looking at them. Seems all good so far. Tomb's inaccessible. Laser cancels tomb inaccessible. Why is the tomb inaccessible? Have I actually really run out of tombs or what? I did set that up in the burrow, didn't I? So just W. The civilian burrows plus and minus to move around it. Yeah, that's set up. Did they just fill up? No. There's plenty of tombs available. Oh well, what we're going to do, I am going to tell my squad to cancel order, so they can go about their business. And I'm actually going to cancel the alert because I think we're back to normal here. So we've got a couple of goblins. We managed to kill a few of them. We can see one there. And you need to claim what's on them. So that way we can. So all you got to do is you see it's F for claim. See it's in brackets. It'll just remove those square brackets. Which they're not brackets. They're whatever the brackets they are. And we're simply going to claim all of their items. That way we can get a lot more things off them. The poor dogs really took it, didn't they? Well, we can claim that. This guy dropped his couple of bits of iron gear, and to be honest, we need everything we can get. There's another dog. There's this guy's upper front toe, by the looks of it. Yeah, it's his upper front tooth. That's alright. It's not too bad. I thought it was his toe. Straight dog left ear. There's bits of dog all sprayed all over the place, basically. Oh, they've gone straight out. I'm not sure about that. What is it? Oh, they've gone to pick up the dwarf. Yeah, so they're picking up his gear. So this poor guy that got killed over there. So they're picking up all his gear. He got struck down by an iron arrow. So they're going to have to try and look after these poor dwarves. Actually, that guy's already got up from hospital, so that guy must have already dealt with him. But these guys are just going to sleep, and they're probably knocked unconscious, going to wear themselves out. Yeah, he's got his right upper body, his legs sorted out. But this guy here is our medical dwarf, I believe. If I can look at his, it's not really gonna, oh no, it's the outpost liaison guy. So the outpost liaison was trapped in there. Now is he going to try and get out? Yeah, it looks like he's going to try and get out. What we need to do now is set up an animal area. So you see all these goblins have been captured in these traps. We need to replace them. So we need to set up some sort of animal control area. And I'm guessing we could probably use this in here would be a prime area. What I actually want to do really is set up some sort of pit. Mainly for the fact that I don't know, is that probably like the right size? Who knows? Oh, I have to do it properly if I'm doing it. Okay. Remove designation. No, stupid bloody game. Remove designation. There we go. So what I'm going to do is set up a singular door going into this area, and I'm going to have this as my like trap area or whatever you want to call it. And what I'll do is I'll dig that out and I'll put all the animals in there. So basically it'll drag the cages down and stick them in there. And if I set them up in as like a certain area, we'll basically turn it into some sort of arena. I think I can dig down still. Oh, Spring's come, it's paused me game for me. So things are kind of gone a little bit askew in this one. So I guess it's a good job that I just set you the military up, because now it took about prime time needing it. So I think I could probably dig down there if I really wanted to, and maybe set some pit up that I could drop them down into. These are the sort of things we're thinking of, but at the moment we just need to get them digging in there, and basically set up a quick area to put the cages in and get some more cages built. So while we talk about cages getting built, let's get some more cages out there, because We need them, and basically they saved our asses there. Like I said, they are overpowered. The fact that as soon as they walked into them, they were boom, stunned straight away. It basically captures them instantly. Oh, it's showing these guys are fighting. Oh, that's previous. Whew. So, well, I may as well just keep on going until this is kind of recovered. So we're going to have all these cages set up. I don't know whether I actually lost people in the military there. No, I've still got my 10 guys. So my 10 dwarves. I know you can't load the trap gate. There's a few things missing. Let's get their armor stands in there now, so at least they can do what they wanted to do. Actually, I could probably build the armor stands all along this wall. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Brilliant. Weapon stands is R, by the way. Weapon rack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that will give them an armor rack, a piece, a weapon stand a piece, a bed a piece, and a coffer a piece. So they should be 100% able to function in there. So they're all going to bring all those in. Corpses area is probably going to get occupied a bit more now. We didn't quite get around to placing anything in here, did we? We'll maybe do that shortly. I'm not too sure what stocks I've managed to gather. So did we really lose many dwarves in that fight? We had 53 to begin with, and we've got 53 now. Yeah, we did lose one, but I think, yeah, I've had 2 children born, I believe. Yeah, so there actually is 2 children, so I've probably lost 2 dwarves, I think, in that fighting. If we can check, see if anyone's been put in here. He was the weaver originally that went mental, wasn't he? So we've lost this guy. Oh no, that's the dog. Yes, we lost the armourer, Shem, the armourer. Well, I'm hoping he wasn't too good an armourer. Oh man, that's going to be deadly if he's my... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, wow. That was my guy who was a High Master Armour Smith. That sucks. That sucks. Big meaty helm. That's not good, that isn't. Oh well. Shit happens, I guess. So P and animal. So we're going to set up our animals in here. So what we want to do, I'm actually going to put them probably on the outside along here, maybe row them along the wall of the edge of the place, and then we can do what we want with them when we get to it. So that will set up the animals there. I also want to set up a quick dumping zone, so I can move the stone, G, garbage dump, because they won't be able to place them obviously if there's, and then DBD. DBD, dump the area. They won't be able to set them because the flux stone's there, so that will dump everything into that singular stone. So 0 idlers, they're all coming down now to move these stones. That is bringing a cage down as well, so immediately puts the cage there, the goblins in there. Now, if they're goblin thieves, they have a chance of escaping. So kind of what we want to do here is probably set up a couple of cages along here, maybe. Certainly a door, which we'll keep there. And like I say, probably maybe a trap. A cage trap or 2 along here, just in case a couple of them actually do break out, because it is entirely possible that they will, especially the thieves, the goblin thieves. I cannot stress that enough. They'll break out, especially if where we've put them, they could easily just run riot around your civilization and wreak havoc. While we've also set this trap up, we've got the guys rotating around, so I also want somebody now starting to repeat this. So we're going to pull this lever. So A and capital P, pull the lever, and we want it to repeat. So R for repeat. So that will permanently now have someone pulling that lever, which will activate the trap in here. So they'll constantly be pulling it, day in, day out, setting up those levers. So that's how goblins all been stuck away in here in this room. So we're probably going to dig out maybe a hole, maybe some sort of pit, some sort of arena area. Maybe station our dwarves in there, drop them down in the pit, and maybe have some way that the dwarves can get down in this pit, and they're like, boom, away they go. Start fighting. Sort of a way to train your dwarves, as it were, to train up their skills. No, he's using the cages, brilliant. So the cages are getting stuck in there. Actually, you know what? I don't want empty cages put in there. Empty cages, U. So I want to remove empty cages. Empty animal traps, J. I don't want empty animal traps either. And I'm just going to do that. And you've got to do that, otherwise they'll just bring all the bloody traps down. And we don't want that. We just purely want our animals that we've captured to go in here. So hopefully they'll stop that. Yeah, there we go. Cancel suturing. Why he needs thread. Ah, great. Why is it gone to here? I thought we'd got thread. I thought we were working the pigtail farms. That guy's doing the brewing. We've got hundreds of drinks now. That's good. I thought we were doing the threads. Did I not process plants? I thought I did. Okay. We'll tell it to process plants. Wow, I need some more bins as well. Traps and bins. Well, this episode's gone on longer than I'd anticipated, but I'm sure you've probably got to see a little bit of fighting in action and really how that military being set up so probably earlier than maybe I did it now. You could really do with getting it done. These goblin corpses kind of need moving. I'm hoping they'll get moved soon. We want to claim that moose leather. Yeah, we want to dump those corpses. Hopefully they'll get dumped in here. I did set up a zone, didn't I? It was corpses was there, I believe. Corpses? Yes, corpses. They'll come and do it when they're not so busy. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is a squad, and here comes a raccoon, and the military's like, get the hell out of there! Straight away, killed that raccoon. That's why I put the military here, because they're going to have to come down here to access and past. Obviously, the problem was, as soon as I activated the civilian burrow, they were on a break, so they all ran off, which is probably why I lost the dogs, etc. And it turns out that my leashed animals, you know, I'm going to build them leashes again, build the restraints, but I'm going to put it up around the corner here. There, we'll put one there. So we want to train some war dogs as well. So that's what we're going to use this for. Get some train some war animals. It'll probably tell me when there's not enough to train there. We can't train any because we've got probably no dogs because they're all been shot, haven't they? Yes, they're all dead. We've got a little dog down there. I think it's just the hunting dog, but oh well. Anyway, this is Deman bringing you League of Legends, Dwarf Fortress, and as you can see, things have not gone so well, but we managed to defend our first real attack, and we only had one loss, I believe, so it could have been worse. I'll be back with the next episode shortly.